Hi, I'm Greg Dell, joined today by attorney Alex Palomara, and today's disability benefit tip is about USAble long-term disability denial, and more specifically talking about first steps that need to be taken following a long-term disability denial. Alex, USAble, not really one of the bigger companies, but been around for a long time, sells a decent amount of group long-term disability insurance policies. When a claimant first contacts you and says, I've been denied, what's the important information that you need to have that will help them to get on the path towards getting their benefits restored?
First and foremost, I need a copy of that denial letter. So sometimes people get phone calls from the insurance company saying, we're denying your claim. They call us immediately. I say, do you have the denial letter yet? They say, no. I say, you need to get a copy of that denial letter. Call the insurance company back. They're probably mailing it to you, but maybe they can email it to you or fax it to you so you can get it, your hands on it immediately, and then send it over to me so I can review it and figure out why the insurance company feels justified in denying their claim.
And what's important in that denial letter that you're looking for, and what information is required by law to be in that denial letter?
So they have to list the reasons why they're denying your claim. They can't just say, we're denying your claim, we don't find you to be disabled. There has to be justification in there. They have to show that they did some sort of consultant review or in-house review, or they have to give you the results of the independent medical examination, or maybe the results of the surveillance. Any justification that they utilize to deny your claim has to be in there. They have to take into account your Social Security award. If you've been awarded Social Security benefits, they have to take that into account, and it should be in the denial letter as well. But all the justification for why they believe that you're no longer disabled or are not disabled under the terms of the policy has to be in that denial letter, and they have to give you a copy of the denial letter.
Okay, and the USAble long-term disability denial letters are usually just a few pages, and they kind of scratch the surface on the basis for the denial letter. But what's the other most important document that you need in order to determine if you can get a claim reversed?
So once someone contacts me, I ask them for a copy of the denial letter. They can either do it on their own, or if they hire me, I take on the case, I order a copy of the claim file. And the claim file is the most important document you're going to need. The denial letter is important. The claim file is actually even more important, because the claim file is going to have all those reports and reviews that they're hanging their hat on to deny your claim. So if they send you to an independent medical examination, they have to give you a copy of that report. It's going to be in your claim file. If they did a quote-unquote independent consultant's review, the report of that review is going to be inside that claim file. So before you ever file an appeal, because sometimes people willy-nilly file an appeal, they get a denial letter, within a couple of days they send a letter, a one-page letter to the insurance company saying, I appeal this decision. What's kind of crazy, because you're asking the people that just denied your claim saying, we're not paying you, you're asking the same people to say, okay, put me back on claim. There's no way they're going to do it. So what you need to do is get a copy of that claim file, figure out the justification of why they believe they're justified in denying your claim, and be able to poke holes in all their theories, poke holes in all their reviews. Because if you're a disabled person and you're saying you can't work and say, I can't do my job or any job, the insurance company is saying that you can, then there's something in that file that's wrong. There's something that the doctor overlooked or made up, or who knows what they did. Oftentimes they highlight things that are supportive of their side, and they overlook or just ignore the things that are against their theory to deny your claim. So the information is in there, and you have to poke holes in those reviews, poke holes in the consultant's report, and put together an appeal showing why you're disabled, what justification you have, what your medical records say, what your doctors say. But it's a lot to it. But you definitely need a copy of the denial letter, to get back to your question, and a copy of the claim file.
Okay, so for someone who's been denied long-term disability insurance benefits, what we always recommend is for them to contact either you, myself, or any of the lawyers on our team. We always offer a free initial consultation, which comes by you emailing or faxing us a copy of the denial letter. Within a matter of minutes on a phone call, we'll be able to let you know right away if we can assist you. If we feel that we need additional information, we'll certainly ask you to get that, but more often than not, I'd say 95% of the time we can tell from the denial letter if it's the type of case where we think we can help you. And no matter where you live in the country, we're available to assist you, as these disability insurance companies, especially USAble, are located all over the country and do business in basically every state. So therefore, we have to be able to pursue them in every state, which we have done on numerous occasions. So should you need us, we really look forward to the opportunity to speak with you, and thank you for considering our law firm.